so now we move forward in time, and what's your next memory?
All right, next memory, which doesn't much have to do, I don't think, with our parents or anything like that, but just the location where we're at now, where I live. 20 years ago, Carrollton, we moved into a house and we finished building a house, brand new house, wasn't finished. We picked out our appliances and different things like that. So, I mean, we're the only owners, the only livers in the house. It was, at the time we had our daughter, who was 2 years old. It's a 4-bedroom house, 2 bathrooms. So we had extra rooms. One of the rooms we used was our office, so to say. It was just computer and no bed in or anything like that. And we would periodically just find the light on, the fan on in that room, even though we didn't use it for anything other than just every now and then.
Now, stress, that was a brand new home. I remember being so impressed that because I've never bought a home, that my much younger brother has bought a house. You just become firmly establishment. You'd stepped on up and were doing things, and that was a brand new neighborhood, right?
Yeah, we were actually the very first people to live in the entire neighborhood, and now there's 300 and something people in this neighborhood with 3 different levels of income. So yeah, we were the very first in the whole place. So we after Rachel was probably about 2 years old. Now understand, we'd had different things happening, lights on, fans on in our extra rooms that we just, didn't really think a whole lot of. Rachel, our daughter, is probably about 4 years old or so at the time. My wife and I, we have a sleigh bed, and we kept a hallway light on, which illuminated the hallway from my daughter's room to Rachel's room to our room. But it would just illuminate a little bit past the end of our bed, because we want it to be dark. So anyway, one night about 3 o'clock in the morning, we're hearing Rachel running into our room, because we have wood floors. Other than our bedroom, it's carpet. We hear her running through the hallway and doing a couple circle laps at the end of our bed. Enough so that my wife and I woke up and said, "Rachel, you come on in bed. It's okay. Climb up here. Sleep," because she's just about 4 years old or so. Anyway, we hear her run out the way she came in, and we don't have any pets at this time or anything like that. There's no animals. So I said, I'll go get her. I'll check on her. So I get up, go over to her room, and she's laying in bed. And I thought, well, is she just playing games, or maybe woke up middle of the night just wide awake and just playing or something? So I remember going in her room, getting down real close to look at her, and she is sound asleep, just totally sound asleep. And so I go back out in the living room, and I'm looking for, what was that movie? The
Leprechaun.
No, not Leprechaun. The
Gremlins.
Pet Cemetery.
Oh, good God, Alex.
Dead and running around.
Yeah.
I'm myself looking for him, like, okay, who's here? Who's running around the end of our bed?
Oh,
but anyway, I go back and I tell Tracy, hey, she's sound asleep. I don't know what that was. When she was wondering also, and Tracy is a skeptical. She does not believe in any of that stuff. It's just gibberish or evil or something trying to play games with us. So anyway, so we just blow it off. And we continued having things happen. Tracy and I Tracy still does play the piano for our church. And I used to sing in the choir when Rachel was real little. So Wednesday night activities, her and I would go to church and do our thing. And her mom, Dana, would come over and babysit for a few hours, with Rachel. Anyway, there were a couple times, one particular time when we got home, her mom and Rachel came and greeted us. Or no, it was just her mom, actually, because it was past time for Rachel to go to bed. So Rachel was already in bed. But her mom came and said, met us at the laundry door at the garage, said, "We thought you were home an hour ago, because we heard the garage door, not the garage door, but the laundry door open, like the open door. Heard the other door into the hallway open, like we were coming through. So much so that her and Rachel, my mother-in-law and Rachel, came up to greet us, but there was no one there. And then it happened again shortly after, like a couple Wednesdays next, it happened again. And they were like, had no explanation, but they could have swore we got home. They heard us coming through the doors, but we weren't home yet. There was hang on, I'm referring to my notes. There was another time when after Nick was born, our son, I don't know if this goes viral or YouTube, that's why I'm just don't know if I should say our son, Nick, whoever. I was changing his diaper in his room, which used to be our extra office room or whatever you want to call it, but now it's his room. I'm changing his diaper. Tracy and Rachel are gone to her mom's doing something. They're whatever it is. They're out of the house for a moment, and it's evening time. So I'm changing Nick's diaper in his room on his changing table, and all of a sudden I get the heebie-jeebies. I mean, the hair stands on the back of your neck. Everything. It's like, And then he had a toy bucket, and it had a Tickle Me Elmo doll in it. And all of a sudden, after I get the heebie-jeebies, it goes, "Oh, that's funny." And I remember picking Nick up off that changing table, taking him to the family room on the sofa, saying, "I'm changing you in here," because it was just, it was like something was there for sure.
Oh my God.
With the heebie-jeebies, and then the Elmo doll, like someone squeezed it, making it go off. I was like, I'm out of here. Oh, we're changing you in the family room.
We grew up with that, though. The fact is, I think to many people who never had any supernatural experiences, the idea that you suddenly, had the heebie-jeebies and you reacted in a certain way, well, that's because we had those experiences. It was not uncommon.
All right, so same house we're living in now, and I don't think it has anything much to do with mom or dad or anyone else.
No, this is totally separate. You move past their influence or mom's influence.
Right.
Now this is unique to this home.
Right. Just unique to this home, and this is my theory. Before the subdivision, everything was built. That people used to walk from the country to what is the city of Carrollton, to the old Adamson Square, where they got their goods, the supplies, things like that. And who knows what kind of path this used to be, families walking to town and all. So that's why it doesn't happen regularly, but it happens periodically. I think it's just something passing through. That's my theory anyway. That's the only thing I can come up with. All right, so let's see here. It was several years ago. For the longest time, we've had the attic door open. Upstairs attic door leading to a huge open attic. The door would be open. I would ask Tracy and Rachel and all, "Hey, did you guys leave the door open? Why, if you went in there, why'd you go in there?" Because we just keep decorations in there. Christmas, Halloween, different decorations. It's not really a place you need to go into a lot at all, other than the holidays. So the door would be wide open. Just wide open upstairs. And I'd close it, and no one would, claim it. So anyway, one night I'm upstairs on the computer playing a game on the PC, and this huge racket comes from the attic. Like something's just falling all over the place. Just huge noise. The only thing, once again, unprepared, the only thing around me was a lamp on the stand next to me.
Sure.
I grabbed that, and of course, boom, it's upside down because the base is going to be a lot better than the shade. And I'm waiting for someone to come through that door. Just someone to come through that attic door. And after a few minutes, I regain my composure, and I'm like, okay, all right, let's check this out. I walk over the attic door, slowly open it up with this um, lamp in my hand here, ready to just bonk someone over the head that comes rushing through it. Open it up. I'm looking around. It's dark in there. There's reach in, boom, pop the light on, look around, everything's in place. Nothing is fallen, no decorations, nothing. Everything's on the shelf or standing up like it should be.
Right.
So the next day, I go out to Home Depot and I get a hasp and I lock that attic door. So it can't open anymore. It can't have noise coming. I mean, it's not going to open. And to this day, I still have the hasp on there. Now, periodically, the hasp will be sticking out straight, like there's pressure on it, like something is trying to open the door, someone, or the wind, or whatever you want to call it, and it's just put pressure on the hasp and the climbing ring. So I have a climbing ring through the hasp wall, and it'll have tension on it, like the door would have been open if it hadn't been locked like that. Also, we have a Tanner, our dog, we've had about 8 years now, and he still to this day will look at a certain corner over in our formal dining room.
I thought I remember you telling these stories in the past about Tanner. I didn't remember his name.
Yeah, our bay
barking
window
at the corner, just staring at something.
Yeah, he will look at the corner. He stand there, sit there, and look at the corner, and just like fascinated with something. He'll also lay on his bed and he'll stand up all of a sudden, and he'll be looking around, following, as if he's tracking someone or something walking across, and he will sit there on his bed and just literally just follow them with his head, watching them. So much so, I've taken pictures at times at corners and everything when he's just like totally engaged in whatever he's doing with that corner, but I don't catch anything. My phone doesn't catch anything, but he's obviously
the same. A very similar thing happened to me with at one time I had 2 cats, Mimi and Zoe. Mimi's the cat we brought up here with us from Georgia.
Yeah.
And I've wondered if this place is haunted, and animals sometimes let you know if you should be concerned about that. And I remember one time I'm sitting there drinking coffee in my easy chair in the living room, and both cats are sitting side by side or standing side by side, and they're looking my way. They're facing near the TV, right, or facing away from the TV, and I look at them. I said, "What are you guys doing?" Because they weren't buddies. Mimi, she was older, an old female cat, and she suddenly is willing to stand right next to Zoe, the young male cat who she resented for so long. And the two of them are looking over my head, tracking something. And I look back thinking, okay, it's an insect, it's a moth, something's flying over my head, right? And there's nothing in the room. And both cats, it was weird. I sort of wished I'd record it. In fact, I grabbed my camera and recorded it, but it was too late. They were synchronized. Both of them, their heads turned simultaneously. So, imagine the eeriness. These 2 cats sitting side by side on their haunches, and both of them go, their heads turn simultaneously to watch something, and they're tracking it. And I'm looking behind me going, is there something there? And there's nothing there.
Anders, are you back there?
It's crazy. But no, I believe that animals, obviously we know animals have wider senses than we do. And of course.
Oh yeah.
And so you had one more experience at not Roy North Road, your current house. I'm sorry.
Right, my current house, yeah. Remember, we were the first people living in this whole subdivision.
Right.
After it started building up a little bit, we had, some neighbors, a few houses, a few lots down this way, to the left and to the right, and across from us. And we started having our doorbell ring. And it was just at odd times. We go check it, there's no one there. So we just, whatever, just disregard it. So after one night, we had several doorbell rings. I mean, just consecutive, back to back. Probably about 8 o'clock till 10 o'clock. at night. And I was like, all right, we're this is stupid. So we have windows at these on both sides of our front door with blinds. And so I was sitting there, literally sitting there, waiting for some sort of doorbell to ring or motion or something so I can see who it was. So as I'm looking out the blinds, just peeking through them, waiting for the doorbell to ring, the doorbell rings. And I didn't see anyone walk up to it, but I thought, well, maybe they just reached across I just missed them somehow. So I immediately, because I'm right there at the door, I immediately opened the door. No one's there. I mean, it was 1 second. Our front door entrance, there's just nowhere to hide. There's a walkway. There's nowhere to go.
That's right.
No one is there. And we didn't have it happen after that. To the best of my knowledge, as soon as I opened that door, it was like it was gone. Didn't happen again.
Electrical work or have anything changed after that? It just stopped.
It just stopped. We didn't have any more doorbell rings or anything. It was like whatever was there got our attention it wanted, and was done. Who knows?